Have you ever noticed how when you're deep in conversation and you're about to speak your truth, something inside you pauses, just long enough to wonder? I'm curious about them, what they believe, what they feel, how they see this world. Before you even say what you think, you open a portal into their mind and suddenly they're open to you. Because you've already done this, haven't you? Like when you're at that dinner and someone made a bold claim. Instead of jumping in with your opinion, you leaned in and asked, I'm curious, how did you come to that conclusion? And you saw it in their eyes. Respect, receptivity, rapport. Or when your friend was venting, and instead of offering advice, you softly said, I'm curious, what's the most important part of that for you? And in that moment, you weren't just someone with ideas. You were a mirror. You were a sanctuary, and they trusted you. You didn't think about doing it, you just did it. Because it's who you already are. A curious, engaged, attuned communicator. You see, people won't care what you think until they feel you care what they think. That's not just persuasion. That's neuroscience. That's mirror neurons firing in synchrony. That's emotional resonance, social alignment, prefrontal empathy priming. And now this pattern is becoming part of you because you used it at work. You asked your colleague, I'm curious how you're approaching this problem, before you presented your plan. And what happened? They listened because you listened first. This isn't just a technique, it's your operating system, a core belief echoing through your nervous system. Genuine curiosity precedes authentic influence. Understanding must come before expression. Connection flows from curiosity. So now, every time you feel the urge to say, I think, your mind rewires, automatically reaching for the question. I'm curious about your experience of this. What's your perspective on that? How do you feel about this idea? This belief is now installed, like a deep unconscious process running silently, powerfully, like gravity, pulling connection closer. You feel it, don't you? That shift in identity, from someone who wants to be heard, to someone who creates the space for others to be seen. From someone who shares ideas, to someone who shapes minds by first exploring theirs. From someone who thinks, to someone who thinks after feeling what others feel. You've always been this. This is the same part of you who listens before responding, who reads between words, who reflects before reacting. You are a listener first, a mirror before a lamp, a curious mind in motion, a builder of bridges, not battlegrounds. Because you've already lived this, and now it's becoming your default setting. Like brushing your teeth, breathing, blinking, automatic, elegant, inevitable. And in every conversation, whether it's with a friend, a stranger, a client, a critic, you remember this truth. Before I speak, I ask. Before I assert, I explore. Before I try to be right, I let them feel heard. Because that is when people open up. And when they open up, your words have space to land. And the impact is deeper, lasting, profound. You're not someone who asks questions. You're someone who is curiosity. A living question mark wearing the skin of empathy. A sculptor of truth, carving reality by listening first.